have really just been hesitant to put myself out there on social media, which I've done before. I've worked with, brands, and I had a blog and stuff like that, and I kind of took like a break from that, but I'm struggling to get back into it. And
why? What's the true answer? Is it because you're starting from a low point and you don't like the perception of not having a lot of followers? Is it you don't feel great about how you look? Is it that you're don't know what to say?
Confident in your work.
Like what's the real answer? Let's save time here.
I think it comes down to if I put myself out there and say somebody comes to me because they liked something that I posted, and then if I disappoint them in the hair salon, that's gonna
listen, let me tell you, from somebody who's been doing hair for 20 years, I have disappointed people and I have made a lot of people happy. You will never not disappoint. Like, there will always be something that doesn't work out. I mean, it's when I talk to stylists, and sometimes it's chemistry. Sometimes and this is something I tell my stylists all the time. Like, you could do something with someone's hair that the person next to you, a stylist next to you, would do the exact same thing, but they might like it better from them, because sometimes it's just a chemistry thing. The way they like the way you touch them, the way the way it feels, they like your personality, the way you look. I mean, going back to judgment, it's like,
oh my God, I would be the greatest hairdresser ever, or person, because I would just appease the person's insecurities.
Which,
that's
by the
90% of the reason people go.
Which is so true. And by the way, that's such a great insight that you have that.
Thank
because
you.
The other thing, it's Natalie, right? Nadia. So the other thing is, just be confident. People can smell fear on you. If you're a hairstylist, people are expecting you to be really confident in what you're doing and fake it until you make it in this industry. You just have to come at it with this, I am, not being arrogant, but you have to be confident in what you're doing. And you have to understand that, not everyone is going to love you. But if you come at it with this, you think you're great, you're going to give them something great. And if you don't, you don't, and you move on to the next.
Nadia, I think I'm gonna build on what Alli said. Look, I think faking confidence is very hard. I really do. But let me give you something that I think could really help you, as to somebody who has an enormous amount of confidence, who's desperately afraid of letting anyone down. I'm going to say something that I believe very much, and I genuinely think might work for you. You do know that the ability to fix a mistake is the greatest part of being alive.
It's how you learn.
Yeah.
So let me explain. I see a great post. I love the last 6 things you did on your Instagram. I decide to DM you. I come to you. I pay you $98, $150, whatever. You do your thing. I look in the mirror. I go, what the fuck? At that moment, you are in control, not them. Mm-hmm. You can give her money back. You can give her 3 hairstyles for free in perpetuity. You can do whatever you want. You're in control. That may not be what everybody thinks is the right move, and I fully understand that. But most people don't think most things I do is the right move. What Alli thinks is the right move, based on her reaction, what I think, this is what's so great. There is no right. There's only right for you. For me, I use money, right, as a way to subsidize the way I feel. And so if I don't feel good about it, I'll give you a great example, back to even the nuance of me and Alli's body language on this answer. If I cut the hair, Alli says this is dog shit, and I feel like Alli's completely out of her mind and just one of those kind of characters, I'm not giving her another cut or her money back. If Alli says this is dog shit, and I say, I was worried about my grandma's health today. I knew I had another appointment on the back end, and I did rush it a little bit, and I don't feel great. My ability to do something about it right then and there is real. You shouldn't worry about it, because the reality is you're actually in control.
And I agree with that, but I do think that as a hairstylist, when you're first starting out as a hairstylist, because I've been in her shoes, it's very jarring. And especially you were saying about cutting someone's hair, doing something, making a permanent change. I remember I was so nervous. I felt like I was gonna cut people. When I first got on the floor, when I first started doing hair, I was nervous I was gonna cut people. I was so fucking scared.
Yeah, of course.
But you have to, I understand what you're saying about not being able to fake confidence, but I think you do have to dig deep and be I've got this. If it doesn't work with this woman, it doesn't work. It's okay. And it is a learning, and it's not going to always work. I don't think every haircut I ever gave has been the greatest haircut, but I learned from every single haircut I did.
Look,
I could cover it up with a great blowout.
And I think
Yeah.
I think the other thing is just understanding you're in control. I mean this, whether these two perspectives bring you value or not, it's understanding you're in control. Like what's gonna happen? Like perspective matters too. Like I don't know. You know how scared I am every day when a 16-year-old who's getting like mentally abused in his home grabs my arm in the middle of the street and asks me what he should do with his life? Like, it sounds super scary to cut somebody's ear when you're cutting their hair. You know what's more scary? Somebody who's so bought into you that whatever comes out of your fucking mouth is how they're gonna live their life in a disproportionately scary situation. The reality is, I know my intent is pure. I'm doing the best I can. I try to hedge that. Hey, here's my point of view, kid. But like, give it to have something. And I think you're in control.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really good advice. I appreciate that a lot from both of you.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Bye.